Hey, animal killer.
Yeah?
Worn out already? Here, have a Red Bull.
Then what?
Then run faster.
Oh.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Hi everyone! Good day! So today we'll be going to talk about marketing channels, channel levels, channel functions and flows, and channel designs decision. So before going to the topics, let me give you a brief information about marketing channel. A marketing channel is a series of interdependent marketing institutions that facilitates transfer of title to a product as it moves from producer to the ultimate consumer or the industrial user. The said title may be transferred directly as and when the commodity is already bought or sold outright, or indirectly as and when the transaction is negotiable through functional middlemen such as agent or brokers who doesn't take credit to it. In addition, marketing channels characteristics create utility, improves exchange efficiency, and help match supply and demand. They also bring suppliers and buyers together. Each channel system has a different potentials for creating sales and producing costs. The chosen channel will significantly affect and be affected by the rest of the marketing mix. As we are talking about marketing channel and its distribution, in any business, we have to study also the supply chain. And one factor of supply chain are its people. So the people behind them are some intermediaries such as the wholesalers and the retailers. They buy, take title to, and resell the merchandise. They are to be called as the merchants. The brokers, manufacturers, representatives, and sales agents who search for customers and may negotiate on the producer's behalf but do not take title to the goods are called the agents. And in the transportation companies, independent warehouse, banks, advertising agencies who assist in the distribution process but neither take title to the goods nor negotiate purchases or sales are to be called as the facilitators. In managing the said intermediaries, the firm must decide on how much effort to devote to pull and to push marketing. In a pull strategy, the manufacturer uses advertising, promotion, and other forms of communication to persuade consumers to demand the product from intermediaries, thus inducing the intermediaries to order it. This strategy is particularly appropriate when there is a high brand loyalty and high involvement in the category, when consumers are able to perceive difference between brands, and when they choose the brand before they go to the store. While in a push strategy, it pushes the manufacturer's sales force, trade promotion money, and other means to induce intermediaries to carry, promote, and sell the product to the end users. This strategy is particularly appropriate when there is low brand loyalty in a category. Brand choices is made in the store, the product is an impulse item, and product benefits are well understood.
It's smarter to travel in groups.
Going through the channel functions and flows, some of these functions, storage and movement, titles and communications, constitutes a forward flow, which is from the company to the consumer. On the other hand, ordering and payment constitutes a backward flow, which is from the consumer or the customer to the company. Still, other informations, negotiations, risk-taking, and finance occur in both directions. The figure shown is the 5 marketing flows in the marketing channel for forklift trucks. To explain the flowchart, let us say, for example, a petrochemical company. For your information, a petrochemical company has its end product of a plastic resin, which it will need a lot of chemicals to be able to have the finished product. Let us go for this physical flow. Let's say that a supplier of the chemical additives is from abroad. The product then will be shipped in a container and will be brought to the manufacturing warehouse. From there, it will be transformed along with the other feedstocks into a plastic resin, which is the final product. From then, it will be either go straight to the customer or to its dealers, what we call the off-takers or marketers. Here on the title flow, we are talking about invoices and purchase orders. So the manufacturers will have a purchase order then before the suppliers can deliver the product. Then suppliers will deliver depending on the terms and conditions on how many days the credit line will be paid, which they will send invoices. Manufacturers will also do the same to the off-takers or the dealers, which they will bill their customers. On the payment flow, it will be from the customers. They will pay via bank transfer, then banks will transfer the fee to the dealers. Of course, dealers will also do the same to the manufacturer through bank transfers as well as manufacturer to the suppliers. Now, on the information flow, as mentioned in the title flow, there will be a communication between suppliers to transporters or logistics to manufacturers and dealers to transporters or logistics again to its customers. So here they will use fax machine to convey their orders or via email or teleconferences, which this will be the process on how they will deal with each other. And lastly, on the promotion flow, of course, marketers may not know other suppliers until they will see an advertisement. From then, marketers will do its job to introduce their products. Manufacturers will do the same advertisement for their finished products. Then, of course, dealers will do the same or will follow the customers, giving them whatever terms and conditions, advantages, and so on and so forth. This is basically how the channel distribution of marketing flows. A manufacturer selling a physical product or service might require 3 channels. First is the sales channel, second is the delivery channel, and lastly is the service channel. All channel functions have 3 characteristics in common. First, they use up scarce resources. Second, they often perform better through specializations, and they can be shifted among channel members. Shifting some functions to intermediaries lowers the production cost and prices, but intermediary must add a charge to cover its work. Marketing channel has 9 important functions with channel levels. The following are the information, promotion, negotiation, financing, risk-taking, physical possession, ordering, payment, and title. In channel levels, a channel comprises several intermediaries. Each intermediary moves the product one step further towards the final consumer, and as such, each intermediary forms a level of the channel. The producer or manufacturer and the final consumer form a part of the channel and are both at the ends of the channel. Also, to add up, there are channels with different numbers of levels, which are the following. First is the zero-level channel. It is also known as a direct marketing channel. This type of channel has no intermediaries or zero level of intermediaries. Here, the manufacturer sells directly to the customer. Second is the one-level channel. This type of channel comprises of only one selling intermediary, such as the retailer. Third, the two-level channel. This type of channel is mostly seen in the consumer goods markets. Here, there are two intermediaries in between the manufacturer and the final consumers. Fourth is the three-level channel. This type of channel consists of three levels of intermediaries in between manufacturer and the final consumer. Fifth, more than three levels. In some cases, one can observe longer marketing channels, that is, channels that have more than three intermediaries. Sixth, channels used in consumer and industrial products. The producer and the consumer are a part of every channel. And lastly, channel of distribution for services. Generally, services differ from physical goods in the sense that they are intangible and hence distribution of services poses special challenges. There are two common channels used for services, which is the direct and indirect channels. As per the number of levels stated, Figure 8, the customer marketing channel, is an example diagram of levels 0 to 3, which only differs in intermediaries per level. Figure B shows channels commonly used in B2B marketing. An industrial goods manufacturer can use its sales force to sell directly to industrial customers, or it can sell to industrial distributors who sell to industrial customers, or it can sell through manufacturer's representative or its own sales branches directly to industrial customers or indirectly to industrial customers through industrial distributors. 0, 1, or 2-level marketing channels are quite common. Channel normally describes a forward movement of products from source to the user, but reverse flow channels are also important. First, to reuse products or containers such as refillable chemical carrying drums. 2. To refurbish products for resale such as circuit boards or computers. 3. To recycle products. 4. To dispose of products and packaging. Reverse flow intermediaries include manufacturing redemption centers, community groups, trash collection specialists, recycling center, trash recycling brokers, and central processing warehouse. Thank you.
Channel Design Decisions with Queen Yasmin. Designing a marketing channel system involves analyzing customer needs, establishing channel objectives, identifying major channel alternatives, and evaluating major channel alternatives. In designing the marketing channel, the marketer must understand the service output levels desired by target customers. So channels produce 5 service outputs. So, lot size, the number of units the channel allows a particular customer to buy at one time. So, waiting and delivery time, the customers generally prefer fast delivery channels. Spatial convenience, the extent to which the marketing channel facilitates for customers to obtain the product. Product variety, normally customers prefer a greater assortment because more choices increase the chances of finding what they need. Service backup, the add-on services like credit, delivery, installation, repairs provided by the channel. The greater the service backup, the greater the work provided by the channel. The marketing channel designer knows that providing greater service outputs means increased channel costs and higher process for customers. Different customers have different service needs. The success of discount stores indicates that many customers are willing to accept smaller service outputs if they can save money. Establishing objectives and constraints. Under competitive conditions, Channel institutions should arrange their functional tasks to minimize total channel costs and still provide desired level of service outputs. Usually, planners can identify several market segments that want different service levels. Effective planning requires determining which segments to serve and the best channels for each. Channel design must take into account the strengths and weaknesses of different types of intermediaries. Channel design is also influenced by competitors' channels. Channel design must adapt to the larger environment. When economic conditions are depressed, producers want their goods to market using shorter channels and without services that add to the final price of the goods. Legal regulations and restrictions also affect channel design. Identifying major channel alternatives. So each channel has unique strengths as well as weaknesses. Sales forces can handle complex products and transactions, but they are expensive. The internet is much less expensive, but it cannot handle complex product. Distributors can create sales, but the company loses direct contact with customers. So, the problem is further complicated by the fact that most companies now use a mix of channels. Each channel hopefully reaches a different segment of buyers and delivers the right product to each at the least cost. When this does not happen, there is usually channel conflict and excessive cost. A channel alternative is described by three elements: the types of available business intermediaries, the number of intermediaries needed, and the terms and responsibilities of each channel member.
Good day everyone, I'm Andrea Insular. We're going to talk about wholesale versus retail. So wholesale versus retail, which is one for you, and you have a product and it's good one. You may be looking at the best way to take the product to the market. You may have already been selling in small quantities and you are now planning to be growth. Essentially, there are two main ways to sell your product, either as a wholesaler or as a retailer. Each has its benefits and potential pitfalls. When choosing the most appropriate avenue to market, you must consider which model fits with you, your strength and your personality as a business owner, the brand identity of your business and its product or products again, how be the best to reach your target market. Okay, let's discuss this in detail. So, but in this article, you have put in all your into developing your business and you want your product to get its target market in the most effective way possible. And the question is, do you want to be retail business or join to the wholesale market? The choice of retail versus wholesale or even a bit of both is big decision. So listen to this article to discover the option available to reach your customer and help decide what is the best business model for your business. So ano nga ba?
We will focus on what are the difference between wholesale, suppliers, and retail businesses, and why being wholesaler might suit you, and why being retailer might suit you too. Can wholesalers sell products via retail and vice versa? What do you need to know for multi-channels retailing, and what else do you need to consider? So, what is wholesaler versus retail? What is wholesaler? A wholesaler is a person or company who sells products in bulk to various outlets or retailer for onward sales. Either directly or through a middleman, wholesalers are able to sell their products for a lower price as they are selling in bulk, which reduces the handling time and cost involved. They usually provide a large quantities of goods but take on orders or for smaller quantities as well. The wholesaler may also be the manufacturer or producer or the product, but they don't have to be.
Okay, what is retail? A retailer is a person or a company who sells products directly to their customer for a profit. The retailer may be the manufacturer of the product or maybe acquire relevant products from a distributor or wholesaler. The products they sell will be at a higher price than the would be from wholesaler due to the markups. Why wholesaling might suit you? Being a wholesaler gives you access to diverse range of outlets, allows you to reach a large customer base. Offering your product as a wholesale allows a larger audience access to your wares. Therefore, you are able to grow your business quickly. Can drive interest from your product and can make you attractive to retail stores who can see that there is a solid audience for your goods and are more likely to want to stock your product. So, it gives you brand awareness, dropping shipping, global expansion. Potential pitfalls: a wholesaler is not able to be responsive to the changing needs and desires of the end user, whereas a retailer is the front line of being and building a relationship with the consumer. A wholesaler is at least one step away and relies heavily on market research and feedback from retailers to stay ahead of the game. Potential pitfalls give you retaining brand identity, marketing your product, and warehouse space. Why retail might suit you? Operating as retailer is ideal if you want to retain complete control of your product lines and you enjoy having hands-on your relationship with your customers. There's a lot to think about if you're in this position, but you're able to responsive to the demands of your customers and their potentially changing needs and desires. So, retail has a targeted consumer base and personal connections, control over the brand identity, price, and profit margin. Can wholesalers sell retail and vice versa? Why not? Why not have the best of the both worlds? If could be the perfect answer to the both, keep control of business from start to finish, maintain your own virtual or brick and mortar shop, and to grow the business quickly. At all the same time, in the theory, it sounds like ideal answer for many companies who are able to handle the sale of goods over multiple channels at once and that want to retain direct contact with the consumer. However, there are a number of issues, both positive and negative, to bear in mind before going down this path. So, wholesalers sell retail and vice versa can give you competing against yourselves, different ranges of products and profit margins. When choosing the most appropriate avenue to market, you must consider which model fits best with you, your strengths, and your personality as a business owner. The brand identity of your business and its product or the products also will be the best to reach your target market. Wholesaling or retail, by successfully supporting all of our customers, we have developed extensive experience in meeting the diverse needs of both types of seller. We hope that now you feel a little more prepared to make the right decision for your business by picking the model that suits you best. Your business will thrive. That's all. Thank you.
So hello vlog, welcome to my guys. Marketing Logistics with Queen Leng Leng. So, marketing logistics aims to meet customer demands while still making a satisfactory profit. To maintain your competitive edge, you need to create an effective strategy regarding product, price, place, and promotion. These four functions of marketing logistics help the organization to reach the target customers and deliver the products or services sold by the organization to these customers. So regardless of these differences, the customers expects 100% conformance and assured Reliability at all times with every transaction. The goal of this aspect of marketing logistics include filling the order, on-time delivery, precise invoicing, and zero damage. So, function 2, price. These changes are not typically controlled by marketing logistics. However, marketing logistics must react to these factors and understand how the factors affect customers' decision. Discounts for quantities and the related logistical cost structure can impact the price the customer will ultimately pay for the product or service. Additional factors driving price include the shipping cost based on the size, weight, and distance the organization will ship the item. Further, the size of the manufacturing run, labor costs, and the types, quantities, and quality of the materials used in the manufacturing process can also affect the price. So, third is promotion. It is another important aspect of an organization's marketing logistics process. When bringing a product to market, the organization must coordinate the logistics of the various marketing materials. For example, the art department might design the artwork for the product's box and an outside supplier might manufacture the boxes with the artwork. Marketing logistics can help to ensure that all these entities work together and produce the marketing materials needed to sell the product. So last but not the least is place. Marketing logistics enables an operation to be able to simplify the transactions between logistics provider and customer. The overall goal is for the consumer to be blind to how the product arrives so quickly to their doorstep, thus never exposing the backroom process involved with logistics delivery to the customer. This is because output is always more important than the process with consumers. It is also important to have a warehouse or distribution center nearby to customers to ensure that delivery times are fulfilled within the time frame they are requesting, thus leading to loyal and increased customers.